Hello, I am so excited for this live training. For those of you who do not know me, I am Kiana Jane, a spiritual business coach, and this is the first time I'm doing a live video on my channel. So this is all very new, but very exciting. So I'm so excited because today I'm going to get into this topic, which is going to really help you understand, if you're a business owner, why you are not magnetizing clients through your content right now and how we are able to shift that. So if you are watching this live or if you are watching the replay, please say hello to me in the comments. I'd love to get to know you all and my subscribers on here. Now, this training is for you if you are a spiritual based or a service-based entrepreneur or a coach who maybe has already worked with a few clients, but you're struggling to really get to grasp with what it actually takes to magnetize clients in a way that comes with ease and in a way where you actually experience that financial freedom and financial abundance. So signs that you're not magnetizing clients are maybe you burn out easily, maybe self-comparison has become a daily practice, maybe you're just not 100% sure on what makes you and your offers differ from others in your niche. Now, today I'm going to introduce one of my concepts to you, and this is the concept of a soul message, which is absolutely going to change your perception on how content creation and magnetizing clients works. But before we get into it, the reason why I'm so passionate about sharing this concept is because this is the concept that really helped me to completely sell out my services for 1 year in advance. And I was able to not only magnetize clients who just came to me, like there was no chasing, they were the right clients, they were the ideal clients, they were the clients who were ready to pay me in full. These were the clients who really just wanted my services and were attracted to me through my energy. And on this channel, you know that I speak about manifestation. And so it's just a mixture of building a business in a way that feels aligned with you. So if this is something that resonates, I'm so glad you're here today. So a little bit of backstory. So when I started my business, I actually started a business in 2019, and this business was to be a sort of life coach. Now, I must admit, like, I found it really, really hard to scale this business. I got completely burnt out. I was trying to find ways in which I could scale my business. Like all these social media strategies and trying to find out like how I could maybe convert like 2% of my email list. And to be honest, I found it really hard to feel aligned with all these different rules and ways and strategies of creating a business. And I lost the passion for what I was doing. I was overworked. I wasn't making any money. I wasn't seeing any of these like ideal clients that other coaches and service-based entrepreneurs talk about. And so what happened was I ended up investing in a coach, and I did end up signing one coaching client, but this one coaching client came to me after a whole year of trying, right? It was so hard. I just felt so discouraged. And so I got to a point where I was like sick of it. And if you can relate to this, I completely understand. So what I did is I took a 3-month social media break. Now, within this 3-month social media break, I sort of was able to like disconnect from outside noise. So I was no longer like comparing myself to others, which pretty much became a daily practice for me. I was able to connect back to my intuition and my inner soul guidance. I was also able to give myself the permission to do things in a way that was different and to do things in a way that was my way, and to also change what I wanted to do in my business at the time. So I was able to develop better boundaries with social media. And within this space, I would say that I embodied my soul message. I found my soul message. And so when I came back on social media and showed up with this energy and embodied my soul message, I was actually able to sign 2 clients within 2 to 4 weeks of coming back on, compared to a whole year to sign my first coaching client. Now, I'm sharing this with you, not because I urge you to take a 3-month social media break, but so you don't have to ghost the world for 3 months. So you don't have to come off social media for 3 months in order to actually find what works for you and get the ball rolling. I'm sharing this with you so we can actually, find what your soul message is, discover your soul message, help you to embody your soul message so you can collapse time and you can get those really quick results. So, soul message. Everybody has a unique soul message, and it's the thing that makes you stand out from the crowd. It's the thing that gets people and your ideal clients to magnetize towards your work and towards you and your offers, and magnetizes the clients, the type of clients who are already ready to say yes to investing in you and themselves. So you're probably like wondering, how do I find my soul message? Like, what is it? Maybe you're wondering, like, why isn't what I've been doing already my soul message? And so, first of all, a few signs that maybe you haven't like found your soul message yet, or you're not embodying it yet, is that maybe you feel like burnt out all the time. Again, like the daily comparison. Maybe you've tried like all these different strategies and techniques and social media, like schedules to try and manifest clients, but you're not seeing anything happen. You're trying all the time, you're doing all the time, you're doing all the things, but it's just not working for you, and you just don't seem to understand why. So here's what's actually happening. We are so used to rules and strategies and listening to our parents. We've been programmed by society to be high achievers. And if you're like me, I was very much a high achiever through school, and so you're pushed in a way where you're always doing, and you never actually give yourself the permission to actually listen and find out probably what is actually the right way for you to go about scaling your business. So if this is you, honestly, the majority of people probably have no idea what intuition even means, let alone your soul message. So at the beginning, this is something I actually delve a lot deeper in with my one-to-one coaching clients. We really find out like the process of what it takes for you to connect back to your intuition, for you to uncover and reprogram those thought patterns, those cycles, those ways in which you have been accustomed to doing things the way that everybody else does them, right? And so we're able to like disconnect from the outside world to then re-listen in with what you actually truly want, so you can show up with an even more authentic energy. And as I say, this is something that I do within private coaching, but in a much more like deep, detailed way, tailored way for my actual clients. So in order for you to quite like understand this process a little bit easier, I am going to do like I'm going to show you like a quick diagram. So I've got my iPad here. Let's see if I can make this thing work. So let's see. I am by a window and I think I can hear a dog. So if you can hear a doggy, that's what that is. Spare me one moment. See if this works. I did test this out before coming on here, so it should work. One moment, guys. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do like a quick diagram to give you a better understanding of what your soul message is and what it basically includes. So let's just say this is your soul message. Now, I would say that your soul message mainly consists of 2 things. So the first thing is who you are when you show up as the CEO embodied version of yourself. Now, this includes the operations of how you run your business. Can't spell. And why. as well as your unique marketing piece. Now, somewhere in between this and in between both of these, I would say is your intuition. And so, in simple terms, your soul message is when we are able to connect to that higher power and that deep inner knowledge. Sorry, guys, I cannot spell. That we ultimately get disconnected from when we are listening to the outside world, when we are programmed by society to do things in a certain way. And so when we connect with our soul message, we connect with the true essence of who we are, how we want to show up with our business, and the one thing that makes us stand out so that we actually magnetize our clients rather than chase them. And so, again, it leads on to allowing us to be our authentic selves online. So if you are a person who deals with like that daily comparison, this is key because your audience picks up on your energy. And so if you feel meh about your business, you're going to get meh results. Your audience is going to be attracted to your soul message because your soul message is what's going to resonate with them. And you will find and you will understand that when you show up as your authentic self and as the CEO, you attract soulmate clients who are ready. You will actually notice that instead of being friend zoned, which I notice a lot of us in like the service-based entrepreneur world experience, you actually get clients who come to you first. And this is something that I experienced. When I tell you that when I embodied my soul message, the clients that came to me from absolutely nowhere. I had like DMs come from nowhere. Most of my clients that I worked with I didn't even know of. They weren't even in my space. It's like I don't even know, like they were just magnetized to my services. And when they messaged me, their point of contact was them asking to work with me. There was no cold DMing. There was no like hours of engagement in order to build trust and relationships with my clients. It was like I showed up with this embodied soul message and my clients felt that, resonated with that, and they were ready to work with me. Apologies for that. So again, when we show up as our authentic self, there is going to be like a bit of fear around it because as a society, like sometimes we are dimmed, and our perceptions of ourselves are slightly skewed based on, our own self, like our own self-worth, our own self-beliefs. And this is something that we work through and we really have to tackle in order to show up and embody our soul message. So I'm going to lead into like the next part, and that is the influence and how you want to operate your business. So this is the doing part. Now, manifestation isn't just about the leaning back, right? This is where sometimes we have a little bit of confusion of the whole manifestation process. We believe that, we ask for what we want and then we just sit back. When in actual fact and in actual reality, what most people don't like really understand, or what most people don't talk about, is there is an action piece. But when you understand your soul message and what it's trying to tell you, this action piece becomes more fun. It becomes more aligned. It becomes more in flow. It's more exciting. This is when you get to ditch those suffocating social media strategies and only do what lights you up. So freedom in business is possible. So this is one of the reasons why discovering your soul message is so important, because when we start our businesses to create that freedom, that lifestyle that we enjoy, that financial freedom with our business. So what I've realized is when we start our businesses from this place of trying to find answers externally, we then build a foundation that is based on strategies and plans that everybody else has created and not what we have created. But the reason why we started our business in the first place, right, is to do what we want to do, and to do what feels good to us. So it makes no sense in following what everybody else is doing, because that just totally disregards the reason why we wanted to start our businesses in the first place. So I'm going to give you an example. So like an old messaging before embodying your soul message could be like you have to respond to 30 stories a day to engage, right? And so this is something that I don't enjoy. And so if I were to do this, I create a business where I dread that 30 minutes of engagements every day, which then means that because I dread it, I will keep pushing it off. And then there's a cycle of like shame and guilt, right? Because I'm not actually doing the work that I thought I need to do in order to get the clients. And so when you operate your business in this way, your marketing comes from a place of shame and guilt, versus if you do a strategy or you do something that is in alignment with your soul message. For example, YouTube videos is something that I like literally felt so aligned with doing. And you can see by my results, I have videos that have like 40k views, and I have, in all honesty, I have no idea like how I really did that. It's just videos that I created from my inspiration and from that place of intention. So when you actually take action from a place where you're connected to your soul message and you're embodying your soul message, this is when you create miracle results. This is when you create results that nobody else is creating, because you're creating from a place where nobody else can create. You're creating from a place where only you can create. And this creates the results that people are like, oh my gosh, like she's got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and she hardly even uploads. It's because they know their soul message and they're embodying that type of energy. So this is how we get to ditch the strategies. So another example is I worked with a client who was struggling to get like, she was a photographer and she was struggling to book in sessions. And we realized that she really was stuck on like following strategies. She really felt like she had to build her business in this certain way of having an email list and doing all these things. But when we actually dove deep into what her way of doing things was, and she was able to free up the space of what she should be doing, ultimately like discovering her unique way of marketing and her unique way of messaging, embodying her soul message, she was able, I remember her goal was to book like 4 to 6 clients. She booked 9. Okay. And this is like the miracle results that you get to have when you really tap into your soul message and you realize that this is the thing that creates the impossible. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this training. This is just like a little introduction to what the soul message concept is and how I work with my clients. So if this is something that you resonate with, if you're ready to go all in, if you're ready to get rid of like the fluff and just focus on what it is that you are here to do, the business that you are here to run, and create a lifestyle that is in balance, then DM me on social media. I am on Instagram, and yeah, we can work with this within a one-to-one private coaching container. And I would really love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please send me like a message or a DM or a comment on this YouTube video, and I will see you soon.